Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari 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 Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Braja Janarandana Yashodanandana Braja Janarandana Yamuna Tira Vanamsari Yamuna Tira Vanamsari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari 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 Yashodanandana Braja Janarandana Yashodanandana Braja Janarandana Jamuna Tira Vanamsari Jamuna Tira Vanamsari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe.
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 Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada.
Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Gaur Premanande. Jai Vishnupada Paramahamsa. Parivrat Gachaja Stotra Satya Sri Srimad His Divine Grace. Shilabhai Charan Aravind Bhaktivedanta Swami Sri Prabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrind ki Skandi BC Founder Charya Divine Grace Sri Prabhupada ki Namacharya Sri Haridas Thakur ki Samaveta Bhakti Vrind ki Harinam Sankirtan ki Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Dainitai Gaura Premanande
Hari Bol.
All glories to the assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to the assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to the assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to Sri Guru and to Sri Gauranga. All glories to Sri Prabhupada ki.
Jai Sri Prabhupada ki Jai.
Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Taksurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Parakamalam Sri Gurun Vaisnavam Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitam Tvam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Param Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakanditam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vansakalpa Tarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Vyaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Narayanam Namaskritya
Narayanam Namaskritya.
Naram Chaiva Narotamam
Naram Jaiva Narottamam.
Devim Sarasatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam.
Tato Jayamudirayat.
Tato Jaya Mudiraya.
Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is our very means of conquest, let us first offer our respectful obeisances unto Narayana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, unto Nara, Narayana Rishi, the supremmost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Nasta Prayasavadeshu
Nashtaprayashu Badreshu.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Bhagavati Tamashloke
Bhagavate Tamasloke.
Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki.
Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki.
By regularly hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam and by rendering a service unto the pure devotee, all that is troublesome within the heart becomes destroyed practically to nil, and loving devotional service unto the Supreme Lord, who is praised with transcendental songs, becomes established as an irrevocable fact. Idam Bhagavatam Nama
Idam Bhagavata Nama.
Puranam Brahma Samitam
Puranam Brahma Samhidam.
Uttama Shloka Charitam
Uttama Shloka Charitam.
Sakara Bhagavan Rishi
Sakara Bhagavan Rishi.
Nishreyasaya Lokasya
Nishreyasaya Lokasya.
Dhanyam Swasthaya Namaha.
Dharanam Sasaya Namaha.
The Srimad Bhagavatam, known as the Grantharaj, the king of all Vedic literatures, is the literary incarnation of God. It is compiled by the incarnation of God as Srila Vyasadeva. It is meant for the ultimate good of all people. It is all successful, all blissful, and all perfect. Sri Krishna Chaitanya
Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Prabhu Nityananda
Prabhu Nityananda.
Sri Advaita Gadadhara
Sri Advaita Gadadhar.
Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
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 Om Asrabhyay Namaha
Om Asurabhyaya Namaha
Om Asrabhyay Namaha
Om Asurabhyaya Namaha
Om Asrabhyay Namaha
Om Asurabhyaya Namaha
Mukam karoti vasalam pangum langayate girim yatpipatamaham bande Sri Gurum Dinataranam yatpipatamaham bande Sri Gurum Dinataranam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Welcome to our morning Bhagavatam class, continuing from Canto number 1, Chapter 11, entitled Lord Krishna's Entrance into Dwarka, and text number 24. Yes. 24. Okay. Raja
Raja
Margam.
Margam
Raja Margam. We're talking about Raja Margam. Actually, you're sitting on the Raja Margam.
Yeah.
Gati
Gati
Krishne
Krishne
Dwarakayaha
Dwarakayaha
Kula
Kula
Striyaha
Striyaha
Harmyani
Harmyani
Aruruhur
Aruruhu
Vipra
Vipra
Tad
Tad
Ikshana
Ikshana
Mahotsavaha
Mahosava
Haribol.
Haribol.
Just trying to keep everyone conscious here. Rajamargam Gate Krishne
Rajamargam Gate Krishne
Dwarakaya Kulastriyaha
Dwarakaya Kulastriya
Harmyanyanuruhur Vipra Harmyanyanuruhur Vipra. We call sometimes tongue twisters. I think Sanskrit must be the most tongue twisting language. Yeah. Tadikshana Mahotsavaha Rajamargam Gate Krishne
Rajamargam Gate Krishne
Dwarakaya Kulastriyaha
Dwarakaya Kulastriya
Harmyanyaruruhur Vipra.
Vipra
The third line is catchy. Tadikshana Mahotsavaha
Tadikshana Mahosava
Rajamargam Gate Krishne
Rajamargam Gate Krishne
Dwarakaya Kulastriyaha
Dwarakaya Kulastriya
Harmyanyaruruhur Vipra
Harmanyaru Vipra
Tadikshana Mahotsavaha
Tadikshana Mahosava
Rajamargam Gate Krishne Dwarakaya Kulastriyaha Harmanyanuruhur Vipra Tadikshana Mahotsavaha Rajamargam Gate Krishne Dvarakaya Kulastriya
Ananyaruhu
Vipra
Mahosavaha
Tadikshana Mahotsavaha
Rajamargam Gale Krishne
Rajamargam Gate Krishne
Dvarakaya Kulat Striha
Dvarakaya Kulastriya
Armiyani Aruhur Vipra
Armanyaruhu Vipra
Tad Ikshana Mahosavaha
Tadikshana Mahotsavaha. Not that.
Rajamargam gate Krishne
Rajamargam Gate Krishne
Dvarakaya Kulastriyaha
Dvarakaya Kulastriya
Harmyanyaruhur Vipra
Armanyaruhu Vipra
Tadikshana Mahotsavaha
Tadikshana Mahotsavaha
Rajamargam Gate Krishne
Rajamargam Gate Krishne
Dwarakaya Kulastriya
Dvarakaya Kulastriya
Armanyaruhu Vipra
Kamanya Vipra
Tadikshana Mahotsava
Tadikshana Mahotsavaha
Rajamarga Gate Krishne
Rajamargam Gate Krishne
Dwarakaya Kulastriya
Dvarakaya Kulastriya
Hamyana Ruhu Vipra
Armanyaruhu Vipra
Pradikshana Mahotsava
Tadikshana Mahotsavaha
Rajamargam Gate Krishne
Rajamargam Gate Krishne
Dvarakaya Kulastriyaha
Dvarakaya Kulastriya
Harmiyani Aruru Vipra
Harmanyaruhur Vipra
Tadikshana Mahotsavaha
Tadikshana Mahotsavaha Gold medal. Rajamargam,
Rajamargam
the public roads,
Public road
Gate,
Gate
while passing over
While passing over
Krishna,
Krishna
by Lord Krishna,
Lord Krishna
Dvarakaya,
Dwarakaya
of the city of Dwaraka,
of the city of Dwaraka
Kulastriya,
Kulastriya
ladies of the respectable families,
ladies of the respectable families
Harmani,
Harmani
on the palaces,
on the palaces
Aruruhu,
Aruruhu
Aruruhu,
Aruruhu
got up. Vipra,
Vipra
O Brahmanas,
O Brahmanas
Tat Ikshana,
Tat Ikshana
just to look upon him,
just to look upon him
Krishna,
Krishna
Maha Utsava,
Mahautsava
accepted as the greatest festival.
accepted as the greatest festival.
What is the greatest festival? Huh? What is the greatest festival? According to the verse.
Entrance of Lord Krishna into Dwarka.
Yeah, darshan of Krishna. Every day we have opportunity to attend the greatest festival, but nobody's coming to attend the greatest festival. You have a semi-excuse. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki.
Jai.
It means Janmashtami is every day. Yeah. Actually, the festival, Prabhupada, he would explain, every Mangalarti is supposed to be a Mahotsava. But we don't kind of understand it that way. It's not the default, or it's not the fault of the festival, it's the fault of the festival attendees or non-attendees. Yeah. Okay. When Lord Krishna passed over the public roads, all the ladies from the respectable families of Dwarka went up to the roofs of their palaces just to have a look at the Lord. they considered this to be the greatest festival. Wow. Kind of repeat after me. When Lord Krishna
When Lord
Lord
Krishna
Krishna
passed over the public roads,
passed over the public road,
all the ladies
all the ladies
from the respectable families
from the respectable families
of Dwarka
of Dwarka
went up to the roofs
went up to the roofs
of their palaces
of their palaces
just to have a look
just to have a look
at the Lord.
at the Lord.
They considered this
They consider this
to be the greatest festival.
to be the greatest festival.
Purport. To have a look at the Lord is a great festive occasion, undoubtedly, as it was considered by the metropolitan ladies of Dwarka. So Dwarka was not just a city; it was a what is it? Metropolitan city. What is metropolitan city?
it has so many facilities to live
Big,
and
yeah, big city with many facilities.
infrastructure.
Huh?
Big infrastructure.
Big infrastructure.
Yes.
So Mayapur has become like metropolitan.
yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes. And our place, we have to be careful. Yes. Okay. This is still followed by the devout ladies of India, especially during the days of the Julan and Janmashtami ceremonies. There you go. Yes. Krista's in the purport for you. Especially during the days of the Julan and Janmashtami ceremonies, the ladies of India still throng up in the greatest number at the temple of the Lord, where his transcendental eternal form is worshipped. The transcendental form of the Lord installed in a temple is not different from the Lord personally. We have defective eyes. Such a form of the Lord is called Archa Vigraha or Archa Incarnation, and is expanded by the Lord in his internal potency just to facilitate the devotional service of his innumerable devotees who are in the material world. The material senses, Hare Krishna, the material senses cannot perceive the spiritual nature of the Lord, and therefore the Lord accepts the Archa Vigraha, which is apparently made of material elements like earth, wood, and stone, but actually there is no material contamination. The Lord being Kaivalya, one alone, there is no matter in him. The Lord is the Lord. The Lord is spiritual. There is no matter. He is one without a second, and therefore the Almighty Lord can appear in any form without being contaminated by the material conception. Therefore, festivities in the temple of the Lord, as held generally, are like festivals during the manifestive days of the Lord of Dwarka about 5,000 years ago. The authorized acharyas who know the science perfectly install such temples of the Lord under regulative principles just to offer facilities to the common man. But persons who are less intelligent, without being conversant with the science, mistake this great attempt to be idol worship and poke their nose into that to which they have no access. They don't mind their own business because spirituality is not their business. So they will make so many nonsense comments. Therefore, the ladies or men who observe festivals in the temples of the Lord just to have a look at the transcendental form are 1,000 times more glorious than those who are non-believers in the transcendental form of the Lord or don't attend Mangalarti. That last portion is not in the purport. Therefore, the ladies or men who observe festivals in the temples of the Lord just to have a look at the transcendental form are 1,000 times more glorious than those who are non-believers in the transcendental form of the Lord. Who's from Andhra? You're from Andhra?
Yes.
Before? Still? Still. Which part of Andhra?
Rayalaseema. I mean, it's coastal Andhra.
Coastal Andhra.
It's part of coastal Andhra.
Is how far from Visakhapatnam?
It's quite long, but it is under
It's on the coast.
Anantapur, near
Anantapur.
Near Lepakshi.
Anantapur is on the coast. Anantapur is not on the coast.
Not on the coastal, but
It's considered.
yes.
Okay. I'm mentioning Andhra Pradesh, AP, because the very prominent and very very richest temple is Tirupati, no?
Yes.
Balaji. Have you been to Balaji temple? People used to, not maybe a few decades ago, there were no roads. There were no roads to go up. And people, since time immemorial, maybe not quite immemorial, but since many, many years, possibly centuries, Balaji is there, worshipped, and people who know Balaji devotees, they would walk. We talked about how they would do that. Just to give a little glimpse, they would they would walk from their village many kilometers, many days, many weeks, and then when there were no roads, then they would have to climb. They would have to climb the hill.
Through steps.
Huh?
Through steps. There are steps.
Yeah, now there are steps. I don't know when they put the steps in, but yeah. But even walking up the steps, actually in 1995, yes, the year before Srila Prabhupada's centennial, the Padayatra had started actually from Dwarka. Dwarka, here we are. And we had gone from Tirupati, from Madras, which is today Chennai, which is in Tamil Nadu, and crossed over to Andhra, to Tirupati. How far? Maybe a couple of hundred kilometers.
Just a couple of hours.
Couple of hours. And then the whole Padayatra, we all walked up, I don't know how many steps, a couple of hundred steps.
1,000, maybe 3,000 steps.
Is it?
Yes.
Wow. I thought only a few hundred. So the point I want to make is that I came to know at that time, that before they had the roads, people who would already take so many days or so many weeks just to walk, just to reach Tirupati, then they had to wait many days, if not many weeks, to have darshan. And you can just imagine, if you have to wait many days, what to speak of many weeks. It's that the line would move just very slowly, because thousands, one of the most famous temples in India. And if you go now, and that was the same at that time, when finally, after waiting, and it's like you have to wait a few weeks, you're in line. You have to stay in line. And it's like, just think about food, sleeping, going to the bathroom, all these things people have to manage somehow. And then when finally they are able to get darshan, they have darshan for about 10 seconds.
Fraction of seconds.
Actually, less than 10 seconds, yeah. Fraction of a second.
They will push like.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as you're there, you're not there anymore. Like, as soon as you think you have darshan, well, that's it. That's called darshan. So like that, people, they would spend so many days and so much tapasya. But they had, even today, and as they would go up, or just before going up, they have a practice that all the members in the family, the father, the mother, and all the children, all shave up. The barbers are very intelligent. They half shave people. And they think, just wait a minute, they get more customers that way. Because when you're half shaven, you're not going to go anywhere. They shave only one side, Feel embarrassed to go. You have to stay there. So, such strong faith, such strong devotion, mostly it's like village people. So the village culture, the Vedic culture, is especially actually in villages, because people are more simple, and people in villages are more accustomed to tapasya than people in the city, of course. Hot water, just turn the tap on. In village, it's not like that. Yeah. So this is that was so. Just imagine. That was like their festival. It was for them. It was a festival just to go there. But the climax of that whole yajna was to have a glimpse, just a glimpse, and they would be satisfied and go back. For a fraction of darshan. Just imagine. So many days, so much of expense, so much of energy, so much of for a fraction of a moment.
When I also go 75 kilometers.
Where?
From my area.
Oh, which darshan did you get?
There is a local god.
Local god. Huh? There's no such thing. Local. Huh?
Bamleshwari Mata.
Okay. Mambeshwari.
Yes. When Mata Sati, Mata Sati.
Mata
Sati.
Sati. Parvati.
Yes. When Mata Sati.
Sati, yeah,
yes.
Sati.
Mata Sati's skin is burning.
Yes.
The one part means the jewelries
went to that place.
Went to that place.
Oh,
so I traveled 150 kilometers or like that.
Okay.
From alone.
Alone.
Yes, alone.
Yes.
So the roads are concrete roads. So this is very hot.
Oh, okay.
With,
And bare feet,
yes,
without shoes,
yes.
no shoes.
Okay. Then I have to climb 5,000 steps.
That's a
And when I completely, when I arrived,
yes.
then I just I just go down and just up. I am not here. I'm
So it really happened to you, huh?
Yes. So,
Yeah. They better not to bow down too much or too long. Because as soon as you get up, where's my Lord? Yeah. Yes. So there's one more last section of the purport here. It appears from the verse that the inhabitants of Dwarka were all owners of big palaces. Wow. This indicates the prosperity of the city. The ladies got up on the roofs just to have a look at the procession and the Lord. The ladies did not mix with the crowd on the street, and thus their respectability was perfectly observed. There was no artificial equality with the man. Oh, painful statement for some.
Artificial intelligence.
Huh?
Artificial intelligence.
That's another whole matter. Don't bring in AI here. There was no artificial equality with the man. Female respectability is preserved more elegantly by keeping the women separate from the men. The sexes should not mix unrestrictedly. So this description reminds us of what? In a previous chapter we were reading about
Departure, Lord Krishna departure from Hastinapur.
yes. Then what happened? Lord Krishna's departure from Hastinapur. Hastinapur is another city, Vedic city, opulent. And the same thing happened there, right? The ladies were on the roof.
Yeah.
Prabhupada is making the point, the same point. Ladies were on the roof. They were not just mixing with anybody and everybody, rubbing shoulders with this one, rubbing shoulders with that one, intentionally or unintentionally. You know, looking this way, looking that way. I mean, this is a very important point. Number of points, of course, are being made here. That Dwarka was very opulent. Prabhupada is telling everyone was living in big palaces because there were 16,108 palaces. And it's not only a king and a queen who stays in a palace. There are so many people every day who have to maintain the palace, right? We have a hard time maintaining our little rooms, our place, wherever we are staying. The palace is like a big place. So many servants are needed. And they have different quarters for different people, etc., like that. So, yeah, those who are living in palaces and assisting and whatnot, they have all kinds of, they share the facilities that are there, and therefore they were very eager because they're all devotees of the Lord, very eager to see the Lord, but they followed the Vedic system, the Vedic norm. Shyness, we've read this before, but we need to remind ourselves, what are the two most important qualities of ladies, of women, of Vedic ladies? Ladies, actual ladies, cultured ladies are Vedic ladies. Two special qualities that is especially describe in Shastra? Huh?
Shyness.
Huh?
Shyness.
Shyness. Huh? And chastity. Yes, shyness and chastity.
What does it mean, shyness?
Shyness. En français, c'est quoi?
Réservé.
Hein?
Réservé.
Réservé. Oui. Shyness.
Reserve themselves.
Yes.
Not to
Shyness.
come out in the public.
Shyness means, not to mix so freely. It's like in the early days when we had the Mayapur Gaur Purnima festival. Every day there were like announcements in the morning, and sometimes they had to make announcements. We request our brahmacharis not to ride on the what is it? Not to ride on the rickshaw with Matajis. It doesn't look good. Even if you do it in the West, you shouldn't do it here. We come to India actually to learn the culture. Nice saffron dress brahmachari and Mataji. Hare Krishna. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. So, brahmacharis are not supposed to intermingle with ladies, with brahmacharinis, with women, whether they are married or unmarried, isn't it? Also, married men. It's not only a rule for brahmacharis. Married men are not to mix with somebody else's property, or, somebody else's wife. Yeah. There is a very important injunction given by Chanakya. Actually, Prabhupada, when he was in college, in those days, they would learn all of the Chanakya Niti, all of the moral instructions. And you learn them by heart, and then you understand the meaning also. So one of those instructions is that, what is it? Yeah. Women, ladies, we say the fair sex, female, are meant to be mainly and primarily instructed, which means they're meant to be associating with, mainly and primarily, either with the father, the husband, or the eldest son, right? In the Vedic culture, actually previously, there was no formal diksha for ladies. Maybe that needs to be rephrased. The formal diksha for ladies was when they were married. The marriage ceremony was like an integral part of now you are accepting, now you're entering Grihastha Ashram. Now you're accepting this person actually as your Prabhu, as your Swami Stri. That's why in Vedic culture we have that expression, which is very nice. Swami means master, and Stri means one who follows. And therefore, it is the Swami, just like in a teacher-student relationship or guru-disciple relationship. It is the duty, responsibility of the guru, of the teacher, to instruct the disciple or the student. That's why in the early days when Prabhupada had become very ill after spending the first few years in America, Prabhupada felt that he needed to come back to India. And he told the devotees, I don't know if I'll come back. I don't know if I'll be able to come back. I don't know if I can recover. So you should just carry on with the instructions I have given. Then at one point in that exchange, one devotee asked, can we take instruction from such and such person? And Prabhupada had fallen silent. And then in a very kind of serious tone, he mentioned, whatever I have given you, it is there in these books. If you hear from another source, that may change. So in other words, Guru, although Guru is one, that principle of being faithful to one Guru, to one's main Guru, just like a disciple may want to take shiksha from others, but he should actually first request or get permission from his Diksha Guru. So there's a whole, in other words, Vedic culture is based on, we speak of Vaishnava etiquette. Ils ont ce terme étiquette en français. Étiquette, hein? Oui, oui. Vaishnava etiquette means proper behavior, no? It's connected with sadachar. Achar means sadachar. Sadachar means
Good behavior.
good behavior. Yeah, there's achar. Achar means behavior.
Yeah.
And sadachar means,
Good behavior.
why does sadachar means good behavior and achar just means behavior?
Sat.
Because sat is there.
Yes.
Sat and asat. Asat sangat tyaga. Everything that is asat. Asat means material, means not good. So sadachar, so part of sadachar, part of Vaishnava etiquette, part of Vedic culture is that women have a particular place in society. And here Prabhupada makes a point very clearly that there was no artificial equality with the man. That topic is actually very important and is misunderstood. In one sense, it's misunderstood, and in another sense, it's like not accepted. There's a difference. One of the very strong, what is it? The United Nations, they are promoting especially gender equality.
Yes.
Gender equality is a norm in modern day society, and co-education is also the norm. But even in a place like America, that was not always the case. In the early days, in the early years of establishment of America, where the founding fathers of America actually were quite pious. They understood the importance, Haribol, of listening. Yes, of not talking when it's not time to talk. They understood the importance of agriculture. One of the I think a few of them, one, Jefferson. Jefferson is one of the founding fathers, I believe, Thomas Jefferson. Actually, most of them were connected with farming. Some of them were farmers, farming background. So he made the following statement, that America will remain great. America will remain great if it continues to give importance and keeps agriculture as focus, which does not happen actually, because from agrarian life we have become more and more urbanized, isn't it? Urban living, which is being promoted more and more, and which is taking more and more people from what is meant to be the more simple, natural agrarian lifestyle. So, being God conscious means actually developing the mode of goodness, at least, or coming to the mode of goodness and then beyond. It's only when that is nicely applied then we can understand such statements that are being made here and that are an integral part of the Vedic culture. Why is it that in modern day society especially marriages are not working? Not only the question should be there why marriages are not working within general society, why marriages are not working within Hare Krishna society, where it has been stated that there's a higher number of separation and divorce than in general society, which is, I'm not sure if somebody has really done the homework, but if that is true, obviously that's not a very good sign. Because in the Vedic culture, one of the basic principles is no separation, no divorce. Now that's a very sensitive issue, of course. It's also a sensitive issue that, in the Vedic culture, every woman actually is meant to be married. Now there will be some exceptions, but they will actually be exceptions. And we need to understand the meaning of exception also. So we're getting, again, some insight in terms of how to receive the Lord, insights in terms of how the simple darshan of the Lord, like here, the Lord's returning to Dwarka and everyone wanting to get, because just imagine if you're on a rooftop and the Lord is passing by, your darshan is going to be pretty short, isn't it? Because the Lord's walking. You're on the roof at one place, the Lord is going, similar to your darshan. You're there, then you're not there. So that means even a quick or short darshan of the Lord was a great, compared to a great festival. And Prabhupada, of course, makes reference to the Archa Vigraha form. The Lord is non-different, but we have the eyes. We have to have the eyes to see. Atha Sri Krishna Namadi na bhavet agrayam indriyai sevan mukhe ijivado swayam evaskurate. Only those who actually have the wealth, or the only those who are actually engaged in the process of devotional service can actually appreciate the presence of the Lord and His murti or archa vigraha form. So we can see here also, we are not against opulence. Dwarka city was very opulent. Kings are meant to live very opulently. But at the same time, that's one of the qualities. Krishna has 6 qualities. He's the richest, most opulent, but he's also the most renounced. He's not attached to his opulence. So opulence per se is not bad. We have some devotees who are millionaires in our society. So it's not a disqualification to be a devotee, because if one knows how to utilize one's opulence in Krishna's service. Oh, they're not back yet, and it's 7 o'clock. So any thoughts or comments on today's verse? You have to take your hand out of your... Yes.
Thank you very much for this topic. This topic,
Which one?
family topic.
Huh?
The women.
Women.
The culture.
Culture.
Yeah. It's in different places. We have different point of view.
In different places, we have different points of view.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the reality today also. One of the realities are, there are more births, female births today.
There are more
Female births.
female
Yeah, births. Male women are take birth today.
birth.
Birth.
Okay,
Yeah,
birth.
yeah,
Naissance.
yeah.
Okay, there are more female births today.
Yeah, today. Okay, and the society is tend also on monogamy. Yeah, Western, and I see in India also with Hindu people, monogamy.
Monogamy means no children.
One man, one wife.
One
One man, one woman.
a monogamy. Yeah.
Yeah, monogamy.
Right. So it will be a problem if there are more women. That's the point. Yes.
Yeah, because women today are also more aggressive women, but in our devotional part in Africa, also in Africa, in our basic natural culture, those who have land, who have property, great property,
People who have property.
yeah, more
Land.
property, the society encourage them to take more wife.
To take more wives.
Yes.
Okay.
Kings also.
Kings.
In King's family.
Yes.
We are encouraged to take more wife.
Yes.
Different society.
Ah.
So if you are a devotee, and you come and you see this culture for monogamy.
Yes.
It's like a devotee are taking this monogamy that said by scriptures right now.
Right.
So how can we how should be our mindset?
Yes. The solution is simple. We have to train more kshatriyas.
Yes.
Because kshatriyas are allowed to marry more women.
Yeah.
Because excuse me. Who would like to be a kshatriya?
It's a question of life.
Would like to be God? Well, I'd look. every sane person would like to be God. But obviously. So the solution is, in the Vedic culture, that's an integral part of Vedic culture. That the kshatriyas, naturally, because they are more powerful, because they have more opulence, because they have more facilities, they have more and more of everything. So it's natural that they have more wives, based on their ability to look after them and provide for them, protect them, etc. like that, isn't it? So that's why if we don't introduce varnashram with the proper understanding of, responsibilities and roles of different persons, then there will be problems. Varnashram is especially, for example, giving importance and emphasis on ideal family life. There's a whole chapter on that in the 7th canto of the Bhagavatam. I mean, the title is Ideal Family Life, right? So, therefore, the importance of understanding, knowing our Shastra, and then it's only when we understand and properly realize what is in the Shastra, what is the Vedic culture, and then actually apply that, from Jnanam to Vijnanam, right? And that can only come also like that first canto Bhagavatam. Evam prasana manaso bhagavat bhakti yogatha bhagavat tattva vijnanam mukta sangase jayate. That vijnanam, part of that vijnanam is Krishna actually giving understanding, giving knowledge, giving realization when we do things right. Krishna is not going to give Vigyan to karmis or materialistic people. They're in Maya. Vigyan will come to those who are actually taking up the process, endeavoring, following, etc., etc. Yeah. So, so normally in society, there's the level or number of births, coming back to naissance, is more or less equal. Now, because we're doing things like crazy things and adharmic things, so like in India, probably not only in India, they consider that this whole, modern technique of detecting before the birth of the child, detecting whether it's going to be male or female, is not good. Because people who have this misunderstanding that no, we don't want female, we want male, and so they will abort, right? So, so therefore, this creates artificial inequality, and that's part of demonic society, modern society, and that becomes ultimately varna sankara. Varna sankara, which is the opposite of varnashrama, where there are no rules and regulations, no distinction between male and female, equality on all levels for all. Equality is there in the Vedic culture in terms of opportunity to become spiritually advanced, but there's inequality amongst men. What to speak about inequality between men and women? There's also inequality, among men. Yeah, I mean, so therefore, the need to actually understand what is the norm. The norm in the Vedic culture is varnashram. The norm in the Vedic culture is that people are striving and endeavoring to become self-realized, and they are meant to be coexisting. Yeah, and as a matter of fact, as we read in the purport when describing or hearing about the departure of Bhishmadev, that system, these principles, these rules, these regulations, these Vaishnava etiquette or cultural traits are there actually to facilitate our Krishna consciousness. They're meant not only facilitate, but to accelerate our developing spiritual qualities. That's very directly what Prabhupada is telling. in that whole exchange between Bhishmadev and Yudhishthira Maharaj. Okay, workers have come, and it's time to carry on. Jai Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Jai Sri Prabhupada ki, Gaur Pimanandi.
Maharaj ki.
Jai.